So really quickly, let's talk about the next topic, type interference. Now, type interference is just a way to rename or reassign a different value to a variable. Imagine you have a variable called age and then you set it to 20. You could still call that your variable called age and set it to 30 or 40. We've had some examples like that before. Anyways, we'll dive deeper into what type interference is. And there's just two types, var and dynamic. So there are differences between these. To understand this better, let's actually open up a new file. So I'm going to be opening up a new file called interference dart, hidden down that. Good. So the first thing, of course, as usual, is type void main, then open your parentheses and your curly bracket like so. Sweet. So far, we've been simply using strings, integer, boolean, and other data types, right? If I told you to create a string called first name, a variable rather called first name, what you have to do is to say string, because first name is always going to be a text, it's always going to be a string, right? And then you can say first name and then you could set it to whatever name you want. Remember, it's a string, it has to be in a double quote or a single quote. So let's say John, and that's it, right? But do you know what's interesting here? Even if you typed it this way, well, nothing happens. In another way, you may not type it this way. If I still told you to create a variable called first name, you can start with var and then say first underscore name, and you can set it to John, right? You see, however you write it in Dart, it's the same thing. When you write it like this, it's the same thing as you writing it like this behind the scenes, okay? Or when you write it as this, okay, it's technically the same thing as you writing it as what we have here. So they are both the same thing. The only difference is that you are the one defining what value or data type should be this variable, right? So if you simply type it like starting with var, well, that already knows that, oh, well, since you are storing John is a string, right? So it's also going to store it for you like this, okay? And then just to paste that, so it's also going to store it for you like this. So let me just comment this out actually. All right. So when you type var first name, you set it to John. Well, that is smart enough to also understand this is what you are also typing. Or if you type it the other way around, maybe you type string first name John, it's the same thing as you doing this, right? And if we create another variable again, like a variable called, let's say age, and you set age to 20, okay, well, that is still going to convert it for you like this. So it's going to be int, then age, and then 20. So it's the same thing. So however you want to write it, just write it this way. But I prefer this second method, like starting with the data type. It makes it looks more readable. Or if you had to do another example, let's say we said var, then maybe price, maybe the price is $200.50, so we can say 200.50. Okay, so that still understands that you can also write it like this, or it can convert it like this for you. So double, then price, then we can set that to 200.50. So it is the same thing, okay? Even if you started writing it like this first, that will still convert it to this for you, okay? So it's just up to you to write it anyhow you want, all right? If you don't know the data type, you can just simply use var. So that if we had to use boolean too, let's say you are watching this video, okay, or let's just say active, okay, so and you can set active to true, or you could set it to false, right? So again, well, that understands that it can also be like this, or it's converted to for you like this by saying bool active. Bool means boolean, of course, and you can set that to true. Okay, so it's the same way. Whichever method pleases you, is either you start off by, if I told you to create a variable called first name and set it to John, you can either write it this way for me, or you can write it this way for me. but in fact I prefer this second method by writing out the data types. So this actually shows you understand the value or the data type you are actually trying to create. Okay. Now that's all about that, but again we're simply talking about uh var and dynamic. Okay, so we've not made any example on it, so let me get started with var this time around, so you see how interesting and what I actually mean. Now if I actually create a variable called full name, okay, so full underscore name, and I set this to, I've been using underscore, you can also start with camel case like this. So full name, then let's set it to John Scene, okay, this way, right? And of course, if you print it, it's going to give you John Scene, so full name. And let's actually print this in our terminal. So I'm just going to open my terminal this way and let's print it. So that's going to be Dart. Then the file name we're using is interference.dart. Getting down that. So this is going to show us or print us the full name, which is Johnson, right? As we know. So when you check your terminal, you can see we simply have Johnson. That's a normal regular thing you should of course know. But what's interesting is that anytime you create a variable starting with using var, okay, like the one we have here, right, you could reset the variable. That is, let's say you don't want the full name to be Johnson, but this time you want the full name to be something else. So what you can do is on a new line, on the first line like I am right now, you can just call the full name variable and we can simply set it to Adams, maybe Trey. Okay, good. So what we're simply doing is that this full name now is not Johnson. The full name is now Adam Trey. Okay, now if we run this in our terminal, you would see obviously this is going to return us Adam Trey. And I'm going somewhere, so let's just actually look at this. So you can see, and I now have Adam Trey, right? Interesting. So we could also reset the full name. We could continue like that. So we can say full name, but just watch what I'm about to do. So if I set full name and I set it to, but this time I don't want to set it to a name. I don't want to set it to Adam Tree, right? Let's pretend the full name was a number and let's actually see what happens. Now, well, this is not going to work because anytime you start your variable, okay, you create your variable using var full name and then you store your full name, right? Now this is already a string from the beginning, right? From the beginning where we created this full name and then we set it to Johnson, right? By default, that already knows that, oh, this type is a string, right? And we reset it to another name. We had to call the full name on another line. We had to reset it to Adam Tree, right? That actually worked. As you can see, we got the results in our terminal, right? But now what we are trying to do is, again, we are trying to call the full name again, but this time we are not trying to set it to a number, but we are not trying to set it to a string but a number, right? So now this is going to give you an error because from the beginning it only accepts string, but now we are trying to reset it to an integer. So this is going to simply give you an error. Okay, and well, let's try that. So if I try to come to my terminal and run this particular file, that's interference.dart. Now you can see the big thing that we have here. It says is calling our file obviously, but let's look at the error. It says a value of type integer cannot be assigned to a value of type string. In simple terms, a value, just look at the error. It's really also nice you understand what error. It's telling you a value of type integer, okay, or which is this, okay, this is the value of type integer. You cannot assign it to a value of type string. That is, you cannot reassign it to a variable which is already a string from the beginning. How come you want to change it to a number? I'm not accepting that. So that's what that is simply telling you. But you can always change it to a string only. Let's say the new name now is Leo. Okay, now that is going to accept it because this is also a string, right? So that's one thing you should know. And if you run it, you are going to get Leo. But if you try to convert it to, for example, a number or a double, okay, now that is not going to accept this, right? Because from the beginning it was a string, right? So when you create a variable with var, if you want to reset it like the second example we have here, just know it must be reset to that same variable. I hope you get it now. Okay, so if I comment this out, we are done with that. Okay, now, well, one more example, so just to make sure you understand, if I created a variable called maybe height and I set it to, let's say, 6.2. okay, now let's say the new height this time is going to be 7.5, right? Let's just, in this case, you can just recall height and then set it to 7.2. okay, good. Now, yeah, of course, if you print it, this is simply going to return you the new height, right, which is 7.2, because we have reset it. However, if you still try to call height and you set it to a number, an integer specifically like this, this is going to give you an error. If you set it to a string, let's say maybe you are setting height to John, this will give you an error because, again, like I said, from the beginning, you've already made sure that it only accepts a double, okay? But now you reset it, that will definitely work. But now we are trying to reset this height, which was a double from the beginning, to a string. So that's saying no, you can't do that, okay? It only has to be a double, okay, decimal, right? So if I set it to 5.5, this actually works, and that's it. All right, so that's var. And if you look at the definition of var, well, with var, you can, that automatically determines the data type from the first time you create that variable, right? And then immediately you create that variable, it is already fixed, right? You can reassign it, you can set it to a different value, but that data type, if it was a string you created from the beginning, like var first name equals John, that means if you want to rename that first name, it must also be a string, right? So that data type is fixed. All right, and well, this is safer, but we'll come to safer. Now, what if it was possible that I don't want to change, I don't want this I to be height, I want this I to be somebody's name or my name, right? This is not possible, and you can see it's giving me a red line. So how do we make sure that, well, even though it's a double from the beginning, I can decide to change it to a string later, right? In that case, this is where you simply use dynamic. Okay, dynamic can store any type of data type, okay, and you can change the type anytime you want. Unlike var, once you create the data type, it is fixed, okay, but with dynamic you can change it anytime, and it is also flexible, and you can only use it only when necessary because it is not safe. The safer one is still var, right? But let's see how dynamic works. So let's actually comment. Okay, let's try to change this var to dynamic. You will see there's not going to be a red line here. Now you can see I'm able to set this to John. Remember, this was var, right? So let me change it back to var. You will see that as soon as you can see there's a red line beneath it under this John here, which means, oh, that's not possible. But immediately I change this var to dynamic. Well, with dynamic, it can be any type and it will allow it, right? So if I actually come to my terminal here just to see if this height is going to be John, of course, which it will be, then that means dynamic. Well, dynamic is interesting, but at the same time, it may not be safe, right? So if you look at here, you can see we have John, right? And that's what dynamic does, okay? And I can decide to say, oh, this height this time around, I don't want it to be John. I want it to be 5, right? This is another different type of data, right? And if I run it again, this is going to return you 5. And we can say, oh, this height, I want it to be true. This is now a boolean, right? So we started off by converting it to a double, a string, an integer, a boolean, right? So left and right changing values, right? So that's what dynamic actually does. It allows you to change the data type at any time, but it's not safe. If you just want to be safe, I suggest you just use var. But unfortunately, when you use var, all these ones here is going to be an error, as you can see, right? So, but that's just what dynamic is in that. So in when you're building your mobile apps, you are rarely going to or frequently going to come across this, and you should know the reason why this is simply used. Okay, so this is that and var in well that.